So each time we come in, right, so let's get the time lapse thing going. Right, so what have we got? Right, so the turquoise colour should be sort of more fundamentally blue. So we need blue, put blue down, then green, and then a bit of a yellow, and then some white. Blue, green, yellow, white. So are we going to do that? I'm trying. So I quite like that actually, that kind of blue. It's more of a sea sort of colour than a sky, but it is abstract. You know. So that's worked quite well up there. So we need it to be a bit less staid. So that's, I think it needs to be lighter than that, right? So let's do that. Right, so what I'm proposing to do here, right, well, I'm gonna we're gonna leave the mini. We're gonna do the hotel, the eaves, the wood, the sky, and we're going to go over the Patterson's clock, and we're going to fix the post. That doesn't look right. One way of fixing the post. We could lighten up the grey road, make it lighter. Although I quite like that kind of, that. The post does not look like a post. Right? Let's make it look like a post. So that's proper grey post. That's what we need to do with that, right? Is it too wide? Is it too thick? Well, I think it might be. It looks like, doesn't it? So I tell you what we'll do. We'll bring this in to cover that and make that narrower. That post shouldn't be as thick as that. Okay? Right. Hey! Right, so let's get on with this. Let's get going. It's warm in here. Look, can I smoke the window, can you? What window? Oh, the windows there, they're locked, aren't they? Right, okay, right, so what are you going to do first? Right, let's start again with the turquoise. Oh! Come back. The turquoise. Green. Got green there. Bit of yellow. Bit of yellow. So we've got green out already. Bit of white. We've got white already, but put a bit more white on here. So, didn't go anywhere today. Here we are. Here we are. That's too green. Why is that too green? It's not enough. There's not enough blue in it, that's why. You do waste, if you're not careful, you can actually waste quite a lot of paint. I'm sort of keen to use it all up, and I'm going to start by getting some new paint. That might be the plan. Some woman in the Bervie page really annoying me about so the Bervie Council in Bervie have decided to do away with the grit bins. You know, after years of having grit bins, Now they don't have a grip bin. You know. So they've got 20 zones, they don't have grip bins. So this silly cow's blaming it on England? What the fuck's it got to do with England? You moron. It's to do with Scotland, it's just the Scottish government. Jesus, that's unbelievable. That's not anywhere near turquoise. It's more white. You went and used too much paint. You've used too much paint. Never mind, it's cheap enough. Our next plan. Do you know I've gone off that idea of painting the ancestors. I just went off it. Don't know why. I just didn't. I think I just sort of landed up running out of steam with that. So now that's too green now. So how are you gonna get the difference between that and the? This is an example of using too much paint. Definitely. You're using too much paint here to mix this. It's gone away from turquoise. It's back to green again. So yellow. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. What are you doing here? This is an abomination. You're actually making a mess. An abomination, that's what it is, by the way. You've just wasted half a ton of paint. Oh god. Now the sky's green. The sky's not supposed to be green. It's supposed to be fucking turquoise. Oh my god. Blue, green. It's obvious there's not enough blue in it, that's why it's gone green. Oh, fucking hell. Wasting tons of paint. Waste, waste, waste. I give up with this. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Doing it all wrong? I think the yellow doesn't help. The yellow makes it go too green. too green, isn't it? It's too green. Can you use, yeah, you can use it on, you can mix it on the canvas, the paint. So in this situation I'm trying to get it away from being too green. Sort of darker elements, sort of sky. I suppose it should be lighter. You know, further down you go. We'll sort of move away from that sort of sea-like blue. So it's quite ridiculous that this very same council can say we don't have any money for grit. So grit could save your life. You know, I mean, the grit, I mean, it's not only for cars, for people walking on pavements, You know, it's for everyone, the grit, and how they can actually seriously turn around and say that we're cancelling the grit, and it's an example of, so it's something you say, right, we're not having that, we're not standing for that, you know, but people tend not to do that, and you know, stand up and be counted. That's one thing we're not accepting. You get us a fucking grit, we pay our council tax, you know, what, so you know, you should stop paying council tax, and numpties won't do that, will they? They're not going to do that. They're not going to stop paying the council tax. So unfortunately, they're not going to do it. So, like, if I stop paying my council, like, if somebody stopped, then the other one's not paying the council tax. You know, and then it's like not paying your road tax. So another one out of numpties got on their high horse and I'm going to pay your tax. You know. So you're out on your own with that, aren't you? You're not going to get any support. They're going to stitch you up, or the C's, or the whatever they are, the conformists. So there wouldn't be enough support to do that. There wouldn't be enough support. You wouldn't get away with it. No. Sadly, no. Does that look more like a... Was that a fucking pigeon on top? You know, you're not going to get enough. They're going to stitch you up. Which is the case. That's what happens, isn't it? They're going to stitch you up while you stand up and be counted. They'll have you locked up. Yep. I'm afraid so. What do you think of that? Does that look more like a pole? It does, doesn't it? Maybe a bit darker on the edge. I can see a real difference. Yeah, that might be better. Right, see, that tape goes all the way up there. It doesn't even come anywhere near down the bottom of that. Let's try and improve the grey. There's a freaking bird. It's time we got these brushes cleaned. It's getting a bit manky. It's not even got. That's over the tape. I don't know why you're bothering with this. You can't really lay it on like this with oils. It just becomes too much and it overpowers the whole thing. It's what happens. Cause it's raining, isn't it? It's properly is raining. There was a guy, I used to watch his videos, he was American, and he would do like reviews of classic American cars. Aye, but in the grotty side of it. You know, it was like, it was like down to earth, and he would really slag them up and everything. It was quite sexual. It's like sexual innuendos and stuff. What's happened? Why am I not seeing that? I need to go and find it. Maybe if I keyed in like a Chrysler LeBaron or something, could maybe find them that way. He was like, it's like he was having sex with you, and he was talking about the cars. Aye, dirty sex. Like, I was just talking about a car. That was the funny thing about it. Right, okay. How are you doing with this grey? Is that better? Are you happy with that grey? I end up going over things quite a lot. So, right, let's do something with the clock. The clock is simple. Let's not bother looking at the picture of the clock. Just keep it the way it is. Keep it simple. What are you going to do about this? So the clock. So what are you doing with the clock? Well, you need green and brown, don't you? Dark. It's got to be dark. So really, the clock would have been dark green, I think, so as I can remember. Stood there for a number of years, and then got whacked by some mad woman in a Mini. Don't like that brush. This brush is too big. What about this one? This brush is too big as well. Although I'm liking the colour. Very dark. Dark colour. Which is good. It is getting very hot in here. Dark. This brush is no good for that. It's too fucking big. You need to get a smaller brush. You need to get a smaller brush, right? Stop putting fucking brushes on. You're putting paint on the actual wooden part of the brush. The brush is made out of wood, aye. So I'm intending to use the white paint to get the yeah, I mean, there was a thing we used to answer the phone that you really had a commitment, you know, to help out the person that was contacting you. And there's still people who believe that, but of course what happened is we started getting ripped off, didn't we? With scams. So the phone was something that, you know, you took seriously. But now it's like, I don't want to answer that. Who the fuck is that? And that's how I do it. The phone is not how you contact me. You know, you have to, or let me know you've got a phone or something like that. That's something that happens with me. So I just don't fucking use the phone for phone calls. Yeah, it does look like a giant penis, yes. Well spotted. And we're all doomed anyway, aren't we, really, at the end of the day? All doomed, Captain Mainwaring. We're all doomed! We're all doomed, Captain Mainwaring! Right, how are you going to do this? You need to get... let's get some white up here. We're all doomed, Captain Mainwaring. Yeah. So what you need to do, Craig, is you need to appeal to everyone. And I know that's impossible, but what you're actually doing is you're alienating yourself with your own backdated, out of dated views with people who are like-minded, and that would be alright if it was just a boys club, you know. But it's not a boys club. It's, you know, you're supposed to be leading a... The party's a joke. It must be a joke if it's got you in it. I would say it must be a joke. a joke party. Yeah, I mean, he can get money out of it, can't he? I don't know how much he's earning. I don't know. Don't know how much he's earning out of it. So the reason I started doing the critiquing Craig videos is because he I think he's blocked me and he doesn't allow me to have. He doesn't like my opinions because they undermine his narrative, and I think that's. Yeah, so how's that look then? Right, so next, I'm actually getting a bit fed up with this, to be honest with you. Right, the brickwork, so we need to do something with this. This needs to be lighter and more house. Right, so what we've got here, we'll do the outline. I was going to do pens, wasn't I? I was thinking about doing pens. I was thinking about it. So you've got I've actually got a door, a window there, which goes through the mirror to there. Well, at least it does in my painting. And we've got a line down there. And we've got bricks. So what we need to do is find a more accommodating bricky colour, which would be this. Probably. I've made a right mess here. I need to throw a lot of this away because it's just gone too far. It's all getting messed up here. Yeah, sadly. Sadly, it's all become one big mess. One big mess. I think probably what he thinks, he thinks he's fighting it. Craig probably thinks that if somebody's a trans or something like that, right, he thinks that they're all activists. He doesn't realise that actually some of them are just people. And, and try to live their lives. And he was told that by that lady that tried to reach out to him. And she was told for her efforts, she got rewarded by being told she was the problem. I mean, who the fuck does that? Who does that? What an absolute arsehole the guy is. Craig Houston. A fucking clown. I might have to meet him someday. That's when you have to face up to your well, if you've been slagging somebody up and you actually meet them and you go, oh, hello. And then they go, what have you been saying about me? And you've got to stand up and be counted and say, yeah, I said these things and I really mean them. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah. I really meant what I said about you, that you're a complete fanny. I did. I meant it. You're a complete fanny, and I meant it. I'm going to say it to your face. Do you want a frappuccino? Aye, I'll have one. And he did a video slagging off the BBC the other day. That's what you should be doing. You know, their climate alarmism and their lies about the weather and everything. Try to, like, make us believe that we're under unprecedented weather and everything. It's false data. It's all lies. And the BBC are pushing it because they're in with the scam, making money out of us, selling us that shite. You should do videos like that. I don't know why he doesn't. Instead of doing this, picking on these tiny minority of transgenders. And it seems to be the women he's got a problem with. What is the what is the problem with him? What is it? And he's already been divorced, so he's been dumped by women. He's been let down by his wife. She got rid of him, she couldn't cope with him anymore. So he's been hurt and he's had children. So it's not like he hasn't suffered himself, you know, he has. Well, I've suffered. But at the hands of a narcissistic nutter that's taking your children away from you. It's happened to him. Happened to me. All you're seen as is somebody that should be paying for everything. But like if you're married and you're living with someone, you get sort of benefits. But if they're divorcing you, all you're there for is just to pay for everything and get no no rights, no benefits, nothing. Benefits as in being able to watch your children grow up, be able to enjoy time with them. But that gets taken off you. And that's a fact. And that's what happens. So they choose you as the person that they want you to impregnate them, and then they decide they don't like you. So you have to pay for everything. And the law's on their side as well. The law is on their side. I really need to let that dry a bit before I go ahead and first into that. So what we're going to do with this one. Right, okay, I need blue in there. Got any blue? Where's all the blue? Ah, there's blue there. Blue. I don't know why we need blue there. A bit of white. Sort of reflections type. Darker blue. So we need a line along the side of the sign. I don't want any dripping. No drippage. No drippage. Subtle as a sledgehammer. subtle as a sledgehammer. Yeah, yeah, you are. I've seen me reaching out to other artists about art and everything, and a lot of times they just don't want to know. I think you better just keep yourself quiet, and if they want to know, they'll come along. And you can't force somebody to listen to you about what you're doing. They're not. If they're not interested, they're not interested. So that's really the problem. But well, they've got to be told it's good. Maybe some of them, somebody else has got to say, "Hey, this is really good." This, and they go, "Oh," because they're looking up to their peer group. You know. So that's kind of how it works. And they're looking up to their peer group, and they want their peer group to say, "Hey, that's good shit," and they go, "Miss so and so said that's good, so it must be good," and don't know if that's going to work. It should really be Brown. He's we got Brown. So let's have a look and see what it looks like. Oh my God. Right, it's 42 minutes. Ugh. Right, what are we going to do next? Why do we let it dry a bit? Because I think we're overworking it a bit. Why don't we go in the house? So I'm not happy with the way that... I'm not entirely happy. So you're going to use pens for the clock. I need it to dry then before I go around there with my fingers. I think we're nearly there. I think it is. I think it's nearly there yet. I think so. Probably do like a lighter on the bricks. I think we're nearly there. A bit more definition with it. I think it might be an idea to go and have a cup of tea and to come back and see, that does have it's got a bit there and it goes into a bigger so you've kind of defied reality there, haven't you? Yeah, but we could fix that, couldn't we? We could easily fix that. We'll just put it here. It's easy to fix. Look, see how I'm fixing it right now. And I've been quite cruel to people in my life. Like thoughtless or nasty. Picking on people. I don't think I'm picking on any of these numpties. They deserve it, don't they? They're out there making money from spreading stuff. They deserve to be criticised. Surely. Surely they deserve it. You've done that the wrong way around. The white bit's supposed to be both sides, not fucking, you clown. Then the dark bit goes in that side. Dark, 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 dark. Too much water on that. Right, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to play the game. I don't know. Everything's all getting a bit mucky. This brush is absolutely awful. It's got like hairs sticking out everywhere. Stop it. Stop using it. Don't use it. It's no good. Well, it's not good for that. I don't know how to play the game. You've made an arse of that. I watched this video by this guy called Big Al in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and he's really had he's like completely bonkers. Alright, we're gone. Right, so we've run out of battery power with this, so we need to go and charge it up. So thanks for watching so far. We'll leave it at that now. Go into the house. I'll take another picture and try and figure out what I'm doing wrong or what's to be done. Okay? Thanks for watching so far.